What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another James Bond film, another epic. This is the next installment in the Sean Connery line of James Bond films, From Russia with Love, between 63 and 64. I'm assuming, because different websites have different years, but yeah, excited to get into this one. And without any further delay, Captain, we are a-go. I guess this is where most James Bond take their cue. Even before the title sequence, you have like a mini mission. Wow, the first introduction of the face mask. So they're preparing for his infiltration, or mimicking his movements, I guess, for when he eventually comes onto this compound. Because in the beginning, it's all contact, no context, contextualist. That was the SPECTRE logo. So interesting that we're starting out with an immediate connection from the previous film. Well, it does also fall in line with Dr. No's description of the criminal organization, that they were these men or women that were the top of their line, like brilliant thinkers.
Because the man the British will almost certainly use on a mission of this sort would be their agent, James Bond.
Let his death be a particularly unpleasant and humiliating one.
Good.
Wow. Okay, so the chess player, being this master at positioning, has already anticipated who would be sent from the British side, that being James Bond, and no sort of the unfolding of their identity working for Spectre would be compromised, if you will. So interesting plan that we're getting to know these different members of Spectre based on their number.
Homicidal paranoic, superb material. Those methods were a little crude. His response to our training and indoctrination have been remarkable.
Into our indoctrination, it's Spectre Island. So we're already head deep in it, neck deep. Sorry.
He seems fit enough. Have him report to me in Istanbul in 24 hours.
That was the test. That was her test with brass knuckles. I guess he's recruited.
I see you trained for the ballet.
But I grew an inch over the regulation height, and so...
And then you have had the 3 lovers.
What is the purpose of such an intimate question?
You are not here to ask questions. You forget to whom you're speaking.
As much as any or sort of other extracurricular details are available to extort and use to your advantage when you are using a spy agent for espionage.
From now on, you will do anything he says.
And if I refuse?
Then you will not leave this room alive.
That picture must be James Bond.
For my next miracle.
Continuity, fantastic. I hope that throughout all of the Sean Connery pictures, he throws his hat on the rack.
Well, I don't know too much about cryptography, sir, but Lektor could decode their top secret signals. The whole thing's so fantastic, it just could be true.
That had occurred to me. Besides, the Russians haven't been up to any tricks recently.
He falls in love with the picture, as she probably would too. And now that we know both sides, one is thinking it's a trap by design, and then from her side, she has to give him false information, otherwise it's her life on the line. Quite complicated, very quickly.
Now, to stop the cartridge exploding, turn the catches horizontally, like that. Then open normally.
That's an awful lot to remember. I mean, it could easily backfire on him.
Yeah, it's a nasty little Christmas present. But I shouldn't think I need it on this assignment, sir.
All the same, take it with you. Good luck, 007.
Thank you, sir.
Well, that's on top of his Walter PPK that is standard for now for 007. From Russia with love.
Good luck.
Ciao.
Okay, that's an interesting way to announce the title for the film. Not that it is, but it's a transition point. Now going to Istanbul. Now the plot is moving forward. Again, like Dr. No, just as he lands to Jamaica, or in this instance, Istanbul, who can you trust? And everybody's waiting for him.
If you really want my advice, you should spend a few pleasant days with us here in Istanbul, and then go home.
There's so much conflicting information. He's saying go back home. There's no sense for you to be here. Then at the same time, there's this lady from Istanbul who wants him here, and then behind her there's the lady from Moscow. Again, like Dr. No, never trust anything. Everything is bugged, tapped. But again, this could be a pseudo trap.
Who can the Russians suspect but the British? The Cold War in Istanbul will not remain cold very much longer.
Okay, so now they even want to... They're going as far as to the potential of framing British intelligence.
Now, I need a little time to deal with this stinking Krylenko. It will be better if you didn't stay at the hotel tonight. Come.
So complicated. They have pre-built-in scopes to look at their meetings, built in the 1600s. Well, that turned pretty quickly from a customary, tradition, ceremonial invitings to an outright gun battle. Interesting. He probably wants him to trust him, gain his trust that he saved his life, and then sort of lure him in.
That pays many debts.
She should have kept her mouth shut.
Good joke. That was a good one. But okay, so now one of the Russian agents or somebody who's against them is dead. So let's see how the plot continues to thicken.
1,000 liters of water. Right.
This is fantastic. They just meet the night before. Never seen each other, but they've read each other's file, or she has read his file. They both have agendas of their own. She has her own life at risk. It's a thick plot. Would she confide in him that she is working for somebody from Moscow? Would she confide that she's trying to deceive him? And then his own interest in this machine that everybody wants, including the CIA. Interesting Bond plot.
My friend, she's got you dangling.
That doesn't matter. All I want is that Lektor.
All? Are you sure that's all you want?
Are you sure that's all you want? The Lektor, that's it. Is he being lured to it? Is that map genuine? Does he still have the perception that he has walked into a trap from the very beginning? with when he was talking to M.
But if you tell me about the machine, well, afterwards we won't always be working on the company's time.
All right. What do you want to know?
Talking to this. Answer my questions quietly, but clearly.
Of course, the camera is not a camera.
Excuse me, you did say your clock was correct.
Russian clocks are always correct.
What a way to cool, calm, and collectively ask a question and anticipate a bomb. Of course he's there. He has been there this entire trip. And he's primarily, under Spectre.
I like big families myself. In fact, my whole life has been a crusade for larger families.
So I heard. Tanya?
Yes?
Keep the door locked.
Well, to his point, everybody is his son.
I've had a particularly fascinating life. Would you like to hear about it?
You would?
He's so ahead of the curve for everything except this guy. They don't know about him yet. They assume roles so quickly, like relational roles. At one point, they just meet each other. Now they're married, and they are within that role so effortlessly. It doesn't seem likely that they killed each other. Probably most likely that, that agent, and I'm assuming they would have heard a shot or something or the other. Seems like they were both strangled with the cable. Now things are not going to plan. Motives are changing. The sons are like, what's going on? Train didn't stop. Now he's interrogating her.
Even if you kill me, I can say nothing. I did not know anything like Karim's death would happen. But when we get to England, I tell you.
Go on.
Oh, no.
I'm assuming it's because of a jurisdictional thing that she's still within reach of the Russians to kill them. Or Spectre.
I'll need some help to get across the frontier strip between Yugoslavia and Trieste. I want you to send a message to M in London. Tell him to send someone from Station Y to meet me in Zagreb,
right.
All right?
Okay.
I will.
Because he knows that he was assassinated, so there's somebody on the train that he does not have an accounting for, that, that's why he probably needs M's, to send a message to M or to get someone else.
Nash. Captain Nash.
Bond traveling to Somerset.
My God.
What kept you?
Nice. He killed that person quick. So he thinks he's from Group Y, or who M sent.
Can you get us across?
Any of the opposition around?
I'm not in any condition to worry about.
Good. We'll make it. I know this territory like the back of my hand.
Sir, do you mind if we have a bite to eat first? I've been on the go since breakfast.
No, of course not. Leave your things there. We'll go to the restaurant.
How can you even sincerely trust each other? The job of Bond is one of many doubts and many eyebrow raising.
Oh, there you are, old man.
Okay. So now Bond probably knows he is not who he is.
Waiter!
Tout de suite, monsieur.
He thinks he's slick. Just casually drops a tablet.
What was it? The stuff you put in a drink.
Chloral hydrate. Quick, but mild.
Oh.
Take it easy, sir.
Wow, he knew.
Pick up a car. There. A truck, in fact.
That must be about 20 miles from here.
That was rather quick. That was rather quick for Bond not to see that. Well, for him to stick him up, then listen to him, to his plan, and then for him to take out a gun and headbutt him.
How does it feel, old man?
Old man? Is that what you chaps in Smersh call each other?
Smash.
Of course. Spectre.
He's not even from Moscow. He's directly with Spectre.
We're pros, Mr. Bond. We sweated your recognition code out of one of your men in Tokyo before he died. I've been keeping tabs on you. I've been your guardian angel.
Saved your life at the gypsy camp.
Oh, yes. I am much obliged.
Well, yes, that he has, and I was wrong about, sort of winning his trust, but Spectre wants a delightful revenge.
How much are they paying you?
What's it to you?
We'll double it.
Your word of honor? As an English gentleman?
At this point, how could they even negotiate? Everything is so fickle. Can't even trust a word.
How about a cigarette?
Not a chance.
I'll pay for it.
What with?
50 gold sovereigns.
Where are they?
Up there in my case.
Oh, he's gonna have the case explode on him. There you go. Smart. I like the fact that this Bond is also not entirely the most macho Bond, to the fact that he can just outpower any one of his enemies by brute strength. This Bond is smart, he's calculated with his moves, but he uses all the weapons that were given to him to his advantage. And it's not like he's completely invincible, how I feel with the Daniel Craig version.
Grant! Where are you? Grant!
They're expecting to see Nash, but they're going to see Bond. and who knows, he could interrogate him and sort of lead him to the compound, the Spectre Island. Rather an interesting sequence. The helicopter just keeps flying over him in an attempt to, I guess, run him over or run him out of the run him over a cliff.
It was perfect.
Except for one thing. They were dealing with Bond.
Who is Bond compared with Kronsteen?
Exactly.
Who is Bond compared to Kronsteen? Who is Kronsteen?
12 seconds. One day we must invent a faster working venom. Number 3.
Now I really want to see his face. I mean, these guys are ruthless.
Slow down.
he's now gonna light it up with the lighter.
Why are you giving up? Without those drums, the boat must be lighter. We can go faster.
Pistol. Keep your hands up, Mr. Bond. We're sending a boat along to take you off.
Okay, so not the lighter. That would have been too unrealistic. But still the same idea.
Yes. Oh, thanks. Tell him to wait, will you? And send up a porter for the luggage. Thank you. Avanti!
Permesso, signore?
Si, prego.
Oh, that's her. That's number 3, isn't it? That's her. That's probably her.
Should be routine from here on in. Oh, so many times.
Hello, what was that you were saying? Hello.
Klebb.
Fantastic. Towards the end of the film as well. as Venom. Venom. It was strange that Tanya was moving the gun left and right as if she was anticipating whether to shoot Bond or Klebb.
Here you are, in case you ever need it again.
Oh, yes. All government property has to be accounted for.
Government property, including the passports.
And smile for a moment.
Yeah, get rid of the evidence. There you go. There you go.
My love for you show.
Oh, they had already planned the next one. Goldfinger. Thoughts. Another fun picture in the James Bond saga. This one, I totally blame myself. There was a part in the middle where I was sort of lost, if you will say, or if I did not, I don't know if I felt that the plot was sort of convoluted, that I wasn't getting the names properly, like when they were in the museum and they had the Russians and Grant killed the Russians. I was a little bit sort of all blended together, if you will. Like if I compare this to Dr. No, Dr. No has very, very specific beats for each part of the film. Very, how would I say, iconic Bond moments that we learned about Bond. The Walter PPK, how he likes his drinks to be shaken, not stirred. Gadgets. This one they introduced the briefcase, but yeah, as a series of films adding to Bond's character. I don't know how long they take, how long they're apart from each other, but it's very interesting how you have sort of these foes against Bond. I think why I still kind of know better is because there was a central villain. With this one, we sort of had Grant as a sort of pseudo main villain. It's more so the setting up of SPECTRE, and how SPECTRE's many hands are involved, whether it's Russian intelligence from Moscow, or different countries, all trying to satisfy Russia by getting this machine that we'll see what will be made use of it. And this strange gentleman of a godfather, petting his white cat, and the fact that they know Bond does not know necessarily the entire organization and their extent, but it's an interesting dynamic to build upon. And I've heard obviously a lot of good things about Goldfinger. It's sort of quote unquote the best Bond film, so interested to continue these line of films and see where it gets to. But yeah, interesting. If I missed anything, if I got anything wrong, do inform. But yeah, other than that, stay safe, stay undetected, and keep on keeping on. Till I see you in the next Bond picture, guys. Take care. What's up, you cinephiles? Thank you very much for making it to the very end. Me and Big Willie don't take that for granted. We really appreciate you. Now, if you would like to show your support to us, you know what you can do up here. You can smash that button, really just smash it. And if you would like to check out some more content, they're all curated by days up over here and playlists. So, you know what? We hope you're having a great day. Don't crumble and just continue to smile and be a good bastion of cinema.